Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. And then that, and a little bit of that, and realistically, who is afraid of the big bad bat? Yeah. It is time yet again to return unto Twisted. I'm just checking something to make sure that this is not formatted incorrectly. Why can I not scroll down? I can scroll down. Excellent. All right. So yesterday I got my interceptor, and yeah, today I'm going to use it. Oh man, boy, I tell you what, today has been some trickery, dickery, doc, indeed. I'm just gonna learn how to use that so that I'm not stupid. There we go. Had it set to the full size cam. Just play. I'm not gonna dig through all these servers. Just play the game. Just play. Just thank you. Just gonna play the blasted game. There we go. And then I just realized I made a mistake with one thing. There we go. All right. Now, it's fucking nighttime. Put me at Bussy's here. Alright, well, I mean, I'm in an interceptor, right? So it shouldn't be that big of a bother. At this point, I shouldn't have to worry about chasing things at night as much. So I'll just get after it. Try and see how easily I can hit a tornado that's in complete nighttime. That is south. Okay, so I'll go north to get onto the highway after I turn my dead burn lights on. And rotate over there and do just a little bit of twisting. But yeah, it was some mess today being up on a roof again for the umpteenth dozenth time. I think my face is sunburnt. I don't know if it looks sunburnt, but I'm glad that it's over. You know, I'm glad that the rooftop trickery only has to happen one more time, which is tomorrow, and only for like an hour just to wrap one thing up, and then I'm done. Done with being on roofs. Working on air conditioner units. Man, I wanted a Coke today on lunch. Just wanted a quick soda, just to have something of the soda variety to drink with my sandwich. And yeah, there's a vending machine in front of this like strip mall area. And I said, I'm mosey on over there and grab me a soda from the vending machine. So I did just that. I moseyed over and attempted to reason with this vending machine. But it was not having it. It was not being reasonable. I swiped my card, and it said, try a different card on the little display. So I tapped the card, thinking, okay, well, you know, maybe the tap function will work. Nope. Nope. Declined the card. I don't know how my card works. I used it at the gas station like 5 hours later. So I thought, alright, fine. I got cash. Put a 20 in. Didn't take a 20. Well, I have one single dollar bill. Surely a bottle of Coke isn't $1, right? Nope, it's $2. When I mashed the little button, it said, you know, $2 for this product. Said, alright. Go inside. There's a cashier at this some sub place that like wasn't a Subway. And I asked her if she had change for a 20. And there's no customers at all at this time because it's not It's not open yet. They open at like 11. And she said, well, hang on, I can't get into the register, but let me check my purse. This little 65-year-old lady whips out this big old carpet bag, sets it up there, and pulls out her purse, and she said, uh-huh! I got you changed for a 20. You caught me on a good day. I just got back from my stripping job. They were throwing these ones up on the stage at me. I said, okay, all right, I got you. How much you charge? So she handed me 5 $1 bills and 3 5s, and I gallivanted back out there to the vending machine, unfolded my brand new $1 bill, stuck it in the machine, they wouldn't freaking take it. So yeah, this vending machine just completely non-functional. Will not take my dollar bill. Will not take my 20. And I got so frustrated with it, because now at this point I'm going to have a Coke with my sandwich. So I just ate at Subway whenever they opened. Instead of eating the sandwich that I'd bought at the gas station this morning at 6 o'clock, I just went ahead and ate a sub, got one of their large Cokes. It's very frustrating throwing that sandwich away that I had spent $5.32 on. Because it sat in my truck all day, not getting eaten. One of them situations. Alright, I'm guessing that this is... Why is the radar fucked? What's going on? There we go. Is there not going to be a tornado? What's the chance right now? Thank you. Thanks so terribly much. I still don't know what TSTM means. I know that Myrtle means marginal, not Murlocs, you know, saying something to you. It means marginal. But yeah, that's what kind of strikes me as odd about this key, this legend right here, is it doesn't tell you what those abbreviations mean. Nowhere does it tell you what TSTM means. It gives me gas, is what I'm saying. And I have enough problems with that. After eating a Black Forest ham foot long at Subway today. Let's see. Okay, there's just no tornadoes, and I'm not going to continue to sit here. Like, come on. There is way too much downtime. Come on. You're going to make me play Merge versus Mobs, which actually... hang on. I haven't opened this in so long. Where was I? I'll get back to the tornado game. I just want to look at this because it's one of those offline games where you earn gold passively. Yeah, 144 trillion smackaroos. And I have the wheel spin. Give me a second. I barely missed the demonic axe. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I don't need the demonic axe. It's fine. This little gold sword will do me. So I have 2.3 quintillion gold. Which means I could get my second Unholy Spire. Or if the Royal Chest ever pops up again, which store's about to refresh, I'll go back to Twisted in a second. Just let me take a look, okay? Also, I don't know why that's not... Oh, it does that whenever you log out. It resets back to 1. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Okay, can't get that. And A, I can buy a Royal Chest. That is massive. An hour before that opens. Okay. Glad I logged in. Beautiful. Absolutely gorge. Alright, back to Twisted. At some point I might play Weird Gun Game as well. Do people even read these? Yeah, it sure would be nice if you'd say down here what TSTM means. Alright. And it's 11 fire. You know what I mean? Give me the dominatrix, and off we... Please lock in. Thank you. Where is the storm? Nateville. That's where Nate lives. Also, turn it to base velocity. That should be default, not reflectivity, because reflectivity is useless. And I gotta go north. Okay. Off we go. Caden's cookies. I was in the mood for a cookie, actually, now that you mention it. And Caden is quite the boppin' chef. Whatever a boppin' chef does. I had to use the adjective. Boppin'. Weird. Marginal. Marginal. I don't think this actually does anything, but I will choose Storm Chaser, because who gonna stop me? I also don't think the largeness of the hail matters at all. Alright, I'll get over here and then bust a right towards Almora and meet it after it comes through Hiram. I will hire him and pay him a good living wage too. Yes. I'm really hoping I don't end up having to use the bathroom at some point. Man, that sub got me messed up today. My problem was asking for chipotle sauce to be put on it. That was my first mistake. Then eating a whole foot long and getting up on the hot-ass roof with 93-degree base temperature. I believe the heat index for today was like 105. And getting all sweaty and nasty in the in the roof. Working on an air conditioner of all sick ironies. Don't tell me it's gone. Do not. It's coming. It's coming back. It's coming back. Okay, cool. It is coming, and thankfully so am I. Almora. Hardly Nora. How is it 37 miles an hour right there? Also, how the hell does a mesonet work? I guess it has to, like, measure my speed. And then subtract my speed from whatever the actual, like, what its output is in order to not factor in the fact that I'm traveling 105 miles an hour. I guess that's how I'm assuming the real-life equivalent of a mesonet would work. Has to do that math. Kind of like the radar, the speed radars that are in on the dashboards of, like, cop cars, so that they can properly gauge how fast other people are driving while they themselves are moving. Is it not gonna, like, come back down at all? See, if I'd have tried to make that turn in that Jeep, whatever the hell it's called, Navara, yeah, I would have. I would have schlung off into the grass. Where are you guys going? Is there another tornado I need to be privy to? Oh, no, it's just that this tornado completely stopped and there's no rotation in the sky whatsoever, and I'm going to vomit. Palzoid, that's where pals are from. Oh, all the way down there? Are you pooping in my undies? I have to drive all the way from here to there, and I was just there. Tight! Fine. Fine. A lesser man would hit the old respawn button. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to die. How have I just been setting my arm on this edge of this desk for, what, 3 or 4 minutes since the last time I did something with my left arm, and it's already got an impression carved into it by the edge of this wood? Whom do I sue? Alright, oh, yeah, that's red. Alright, I'm gonna get down here to the what's it called over here at the place with the stuff, and then I'm gonna go in a thiswardly direction until I go bonk right into the side of the tornado. You know how I go bonk sometimes. Is this a paved road? If this is a paved road, I might just immediately bust a left. Yep. Which is a right in the context of not looking at the map and seeing that left is west. Lest, you might say. Weft? One of them situations. So that's got to be where the tornado's at, because you got the material being pulled in, this little tail of clouds here that gets snatched into the vortex. And then that's just some of that nimbostratus action, which is the name for a cloud that you can plainly see rain coming to. Of course, there's also the flash right there. That had to be lightning. That couldn't have been one of those transformers going kerblooey. Yeah, that's the tornado. I'll stake my Dominator on it. My burgundy dominatrix with the Dunkin' Donuts? Oh, no, okay. I thought I was a driving donuts advertisement there. It says tornadovideos.net. Quite the lowering sky, you might say. Quite lowering. Matt lowering. So I learned yesterday that, you know, once you are ready to move again, you right-click hydraulics. I don't know what Lixan does, but you right-click, and then you have to hit this and turn that from white to red. Because I think if you just hit that now, yeah, vehicle stops. It's like some kind of a brake, which is probably terrible for everything for me to do that while I'm in motion, but, you know. Whatever an exclamation point sandwiched in between parentheses means. Good rotation, but I don't see a cone. I might have to call the cone guard. Which I guess is just the clan. What is a cone guard? Good gracious. Is it come down yet, or is it still just rotating? No, it's rotating, but it's not rendering on my screen. Either that or it's rain wrapped. Oh, no, it's doing the 3 little guys thing, where it has the tiny little swirly bits at the bottom before it fully descends. Either that or yeah, I might have been right. It's just the draw distance is not conducive to me seeing it from a distance. Suppose we shall see. I mean, you would think there would be a cone, considering it's already orange. Wait, did that just switch from... Hang on, if I go to the... No, it's switching from drive into neutral. And then back. There she blows! When you get exactly right here with the camera, the engine noise is muffled. Or not. Interblusting. You know, I just had a faint urge in the back of my head to stop and loot those for cabbages. It's Project Zomboidism. My instincts from Project Zomboid to empty those warehouses in the beginning of the game. I don't really think there's even a reason to mess with them in the late game unless you're using them for storage. I guess. I haven't tried. I've never actually tried to cut vegetables like that to get seeds from them. That might be the usage for rotten vegetables, is maybe there's a function to cut seeds. I don't know. I would actually have to attempt it. It weakened from a yellow into a green. I'm going to start throwing everything if that goes back up into the sky before I can intersext it. I think I'll just... I mean, as bad as I don't want to, I might have to sit here. Because by the time I get to that road over there, it will have probably receded back up into the sky. Probably also want to give it time to gather its thoughts and do some more wind. It came back into a yellow. I don't know what the cape is. The cape is 2,000. It's already jumping. Wow. That is really annoying. Alright. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if I had gone to that other road, because it's jumping before it gets to that road. And there's probably, yeah, there's no other rotation on the map. I'm gonna sit here and see if it decides that it wants to present again. Funkly? Bunkley? Wunkly? It's not a tornadic storm, as you can very plainly see. I don't think it's going to come back down. I might have to jump servers again. Yeah, the clouds are just, they're no longer rotating. They're completely coming to a full stop with the rotation. Do not wait to see the tornado that isn't there. Oh, hang on. I might be huge. And it's just going back up again. Okay. Nope, okay, doesn't want to come down. Fine. Can you please sit in the vehicle? Man. Try a different server. I'm about to throw it in a circle, man. And it's nighttime. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just get into it. Get into it and try and run that down. And that's actually kind of close. And then yes. Why am I not sitting down? Sit down. Sit. There. All right. Now we are cooking with ass. Hit that. And then a slight bit of that. And then off we go. I gotta go this way. Saw a brief flash. Doppler radar better continue to show the tornado. I don't care where it is. It needs to continue to be there, because by the time I get there, I need to get hit by it. And if I don't get hit by it, I'm going to hit a tornado. With a long, pointy object. Ooh, that's good and strong, too. Hold on. I might be fat. Keep looking this way and hope for a bluster of lightning would be... Can I get back on the road with all promptness? Thank you. Might need to come over here and then dip into that other road over there and get in front of it that way. Wait. I hear it. There she is. That's pretty large. Okay. I hate how that flashing makes it look like it's jumping again. Looks like about right here-ish. Yeah, this looks okay. I mean, it's so narrow at the bottom. This is going to be kind of annoying. Maybe a bit further this way? Where's it at in relation to me? Okay, it's right here. It's right here. I just have to try and get angled right. A better flash would be nice. Okay, there we go. Right about here, I'd say. Put the hydraulics down, put the Lexan down, and then put that, and that, and then get inside. Get inside. There we go. Should be golden. There she is. All right. Good hit. How's the probes feeling? Am I just, like, on the edge of it? My mezzanette's not even showing... I think I just got edged by it. And I'm in a dominatrix. Gosh, this thing is actually slow. Alright. Well, I mean, if it's that slow, I could just, like, drive in front of it. Why can't I move? I thought we figured this out. Okay, well, I thought we figured this fucking out. I thought that... I thought there was discovered how to drive after being anchored. But now what I thought I knew... Please sit down. Every time I think I learned something, as it turns out I was wrong. And now I have all that ground to cover. I mean, this thing is pink with a white streak on the velocity map. It should be very big. I want to be able to intercept it. I'm going south instead of north. I need to go north so that I can go east. I'm fucking up! Take night out of the game. There's no fucking reason for this shit. And also make it so that my thing can drive after I take up the stuff. There's no reason for me to have to respawn the vehicle every time. So stupid. All that ground I have to cover, it's probably going to jump before I get there. Alright. It's already weakened from a pink to an orange. This game gonna make me mad! Okay. Take my next major right. Rachanda. Or not, because it's probably going to have already hit that by the time I get there. What is today? Today's a thank you so much. Got two moderates. Well, wait, today is TYST? Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to have to run through the river in order to get to it? Come on. Come on. Give me a daytime. Give me a daytime, please. Only tornado on the entire map is going off the top of the map, and it's 10:27. Just for half an hour. Here, we'll do this. I guarantee that day one high is irrelevant because it's going to be like 11:58. But regardless. I spawned in a daytime? That's impossible! A daytime high chance. Please sit down. Alright, where's the tornado? Going off the edge of the map. Whatever. Maybe I can get one good hit in before the next one inevitably spawns all the way down there at the southwest corner of the map. That one lake. Let's go. Cannot believe that tornado just absolutely barely scraped the hood of my vehicle. Boxman has invited you to their convoy. What have you done to deserve me in your convoy? Fine. I don't necessarily like the fact that I don't like convoys as they sit, because I look at the map, I see myself as a pink circle or a bullseye, And everybody else in your convoy is a pink bullseye, so you have to scroll in to be able to read the username. So that you know which pink circle is you. It'd be fine if, like, the other people in your convoy were a different color. I might make it to it before it goes away, but I'm not... Also, velocity, please. I'm not gonna hold my breath. Again, does this actually do anything? Is there a point to clicking that? What does that do? I guess it would matter if you had the storm, what's it called? If you had the NWS or emergency game passes, because that's how you'd swap into those people gear. Also, your inventories might be different. That might be why I don't have any of the stuff that I bought. Like, I bought a gas can and some food. Might be that those are on my civilians inventory hotbar and not on, saw that at the last frame that I was veering that way. And not on this guy. Let's see, where's it at? It's right there. Okay, so I've got to meet it at the end of the map. So I have to miss 1, 2 right turns and then take the 3rd right turn. There's 1. There's 2. Oh, man. I still might not get in front of it in time. Wait, why did it back up suddenly? That was weird. I'm also pretty sure that whenever they get over here, they probably weaken tremendously and despawn, but I can't be sure. I gotta be ready to drop that system immediately. There we go. Alright. I got it. Is it just barely scratching me, or am I inside of it? Am I properly inside? I can never tell. Okay. Did that count as an intercept? Yes, it did. I'm still earning money. I am still earning money. All right. There's people driving at the very edge of the map. All right, I'm going to hit auto and I'm going to let it pick itself up. I said I'm going to hit auto and then let it pick itself up. Alright, now I'm going to hit the red button. I'm going to hit the red button, turn it white. Now, I should be able to move, and I can. I just have to wait 7 billion years, apparently. Well, that's out of here. Maybe one will pop up down there. Who knows? I mean, there's... The day is still young. Okay. Which one of these pink dots is me? I'm this guy. Okay. So... yeah, I'll stop, like, right here-ish. And wait and see if this yellow does anything. Trapezoid, which I haven't seen a yellow trapezoid yet that turned into a red. So I might be being foolish. But I gotta try. Just not down that road. Okay, maybe one will condense at Starbuck. Inthesery. Why did I click that button? Where to click that? There we go. There we are. There's a tornado down. Cool. I did not see that initially. Where was that? There is not a tornado on this map. What? There is not a tornado on this map. What is happening? What do you mean? There isn't a single triangle. I mean, there it is. It's just not indicated. I'm going to have to play this one entirely by ear then. Because it's just not showing a triangle. There, it finally popped. Okay. Probably get right here where it says 77 and then drive south after that. I keep noticing they have these big old bulky tornadoes instead of like the narrow ones that you'd see on Outberg. Like they do have some narrow ones, but they're never that like cylindrical shape. They're still like distinctly a cone. They are distinctly the stereotype tornado. Okay, it's right there. I can already hear it. That's a good sign. Let's see. Right about. I don't want to overshoot it, but I also don't want to undershoot it, because I do that every time. Right about here. Alright. Please get in the vehicle. Thank you. You silly. Ah! Come straight at me, please. Don't do any of this dancing mess. I wonder... Oh, wait a minute. I might get flung, because this thing only holds up to like 170 miles per hour. Do you die if you get flung while driving one of these? There she is. Alright, I'm fully engulfed in tornado. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Everything is good. I did not get flung. I'm still inside of it is the crazy thing. This is a massive tornado. What's happening? What's happening? Error! I'm flying. Wow. Copy that. 306-mile-an-hour winds. My probes are dying. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I've got to get back out there and, like, an attempt to get back in front of it. Spawn. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Get this alert off my screen so I can move. Why am I not able to move? I need a prompt button to get into this vehicle from now on. This is stupid. There. How's my oh, I don't have probes. Oh, the tornado's just straight up gone. Okay. Also, I have no probes in my inventory. Why am I standing here? Why is it not latching onto the Dominator and getting in the you know what I mean? Have to do this safety dance shit like a demon hunter. Okay. Turn that off. Turn it off. Just turn it off. Now. Where do you go to the warehouse? The warehouse, then you go to equipment. And then you buy 2 of these. There we go. All right. I think that's just high winds. I don't think there's going to be a tornado there. Also, it's nighttime, so I leave. My first death at the hands of a tornado. Because tornadoes have hands now. It's like a thing just, like, stepped over me, parked on top of me, and then threw it in a circle. Alright, 5:40 a.m. I like to hear it. I'm on the slate. Cape is still almost 3,000, though. What does STP and VTP mean? What does this entire thing mean? Wait, maybe that's like the map, right? Maybe this is an overhead view of the map and it's showing the quadrant that the tornadoes are more likely to spawn in. So they're more likely to spawn in the northwest kind of a deal. Yeah. Seems... I mean, I don't know what else it would mean. Okay, nothing's really happening yet, but I'm going to stay here at Bussy's until my theory is proven correct. Can you get on top of this building? Because I saw yesterday that one guy had spawned his interceptor on top of the gas station. Down yonder. No. There's not like a... This building needs lighting on the inside of it. There's not anything I can climb up. I'm assuming you can't climb these. No. Trying to see if any of these can be climbed. You cannot climb any of it. Okay. Grand! Well, now we sit here for the next 3 hours while we wait on noon, since that seems to be when... Wheel has 30% or more damage. I might have to go get this repaired, honestly. Where is there a wrench? There's one at Varoka, which is seemingly the closest one. I'll go over there. That's south. Yeah. Do it like that. Hopefully it won't cost too much. Mm-hmm. So did that, even though I died, did it still count as an intercept? It did. It ignored the fact that my highest observed wind speed was 304 miles an hour and instead set it at 299 because it's mean. It hates me. Okay. I'm gonna be mad if it costs like 10 grand to get this thing fixed, dude. Is that place at this exit? Yes, it is. So I'm gonna do this. Shortest path between 2 points is a short line. That is the longest on-ramp in the history of on. Now we can't be doing this. Yeah, I mean, y'all gotta do better about the tree action here. It's okay. I've got it. I've got it. What? Cut the damn tree. There we go. All right. Get in the vehicle. Get in the... Thank you. Now, let's cross the bridge. Alright, I gave you one for free. I'm not doing that again. This is just foolishness. There's no... And another one. Another one. Do we not... Do the county employees get paid to sit on their small but shapely tuchuses all day? Y'all got to get the crews out here. We got people with homes that got to be worked on. We got the water tower over here at Viroqua needs to be painted blue instead of white because the local residents in the upper income neighborhood over there are complaining because it messes up their skyline. Like, you know, there's things that you have to take into account whenever you're managing a city such as this. This prime real estate. Am I in the right spot? I'm in the wrench. Jason! Report NPC. I'm not trying to get the NPC banned. How do I... There we go. Alright, where's the prompt? What is happening? Jason. Jason, could you... Sir. Sir, could you work on my vehicle, please? I'm assuming you're an employee at this establishment. You're already in position, too. All I have to do is drive over the top of you. You could just work on it like that, right? Jason. I wouldn't pay you. Ridiculous. There we are. Alright, well I guess I don't get repaired today because they wanted to knock out all the doors and then leave little pixels in the way for me to trip on, and Jason's being Jason, laying around doing Jason shit. But it seems we may have a storm brewing over here in Tahib. Guess we'll see. Funny how the audio skips like that as you're driving in between the girders on those suspension bridges. No. Wind's blowing 50 miles an hour right here. Well, I don't see any rotation anywhere, so I guess it's not that dig of a deal. Do be kind of blustery, though. I might be in the right spot. Do be kind of blustery. Wait. Okay, so no, I'm on my civilian, and he doesn't have any of the shit in his pockets that I bought. If I was a tornado, I would be right here where all this lightning action is. I mean, it's obviously not going to be over here where the severe thunderstorm warning is, since seemingly every single time there's a severe thunderstorm warning, there's not a tornado. Good, kill the engine right here. Unless there's a repair station at Starbucks, there's not. I think I might dip down there real quick and see what they know. It's got to be right here, right? Because how the wind is doing bonkers stuff. Maybe I need to get centered again. Get back to the middle of the map, since the activity seems to be gesturing in a thatwardly direction anyhow. And control of the cruise. Let's see. Yeah, it's like there's such wind right here. It would make sense that the tornadic Snaction would be in this vicinity. Unless I'm insane. Which, considering how much I have to talk to myself, aha! Okay, I need to bust a right. Okay. I don't see any rotation over here. I don't know what it's referring to. But I'll stop right here. Okay, it's directly overhead. Which means I'll go this way just a skosh so that I can properly see it. There it is. Get in the vehicle, thank you. Alright, there we go. Come over yonder way and get in between these fields. As I'm pretty confident, yeah, it's gonna go straight north. Straight north, you might even say. If you were a Saiyan man. With your blue hair and screaming about not letting you destroy my world and all that. That. There it is. All right. Well, I don't know if this is actually going to be worth it to stand in front of these. Tornado does not seem to want to actually fully land. But having never intercepted these little swiddly bits, I'm going to see if these will, oh, there we go. No? Okay, put the hydraulics down. Put the hydraulics down. There we go. And the legs in. And here we go. Let's see. Okay. Those little, those three little doodads actually did something. Alright, do the auto thing then if you don't want to be quick. What is happening? I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. This is so inconvenient. It is so annoying. I've never seen anybody in the entire game have to get out of their vehicle and then respawn it in order to keep driving after anchoring. That makes no sense. Nobody else has to do that. Only I have to do that. And that is not fair. I'm going to sue Tornadoes. And the person who invented brakes. Or hydraulics. or whatever is responsible for the fact that I have to respawn my vehicle. I'll sue the person who invented vehicles, no less. I'll have him before a magistrate. Unacceptable behavior. It gives me gas, is what I'm saying. Now, where did the tornado go? I mean, it's like, do I have to do everything in this establishment? Why am I on the grass? I distinctly remember being on the road whenever I started driving, and now I'm on the grass. Why are you stopped here? The tornado's this way, you absolute cad. Is it still not touchdown yet? It's still doing the swidly bits over here. Still. If I was a tornado, I would... There we go. Okay, see, all I had to do was lambast it. I charged it smartly. No. Can I make it? Please, fuck off! That guy's a genius. That guy's a genius. I forgot I can respawn these. Okay. Excellent. All right. Now I'm cooking with ass. Please move. Please get this notification off my screen. Please drive. Please. Oh, it's in there. You have to crank it in order to start it. All right. Nope. Nope. It's already going to be across the road by the time I get over there. This was entirely a waste of my valuable tornadic time. I have to tornado myself over here. I will beat it. I will beat it. Completely off. Here we are. Why am I over there? Alright. Give myself just a little bit more reaction time by going on this side of the road. That's a technique right there. You don't see that very often. Alright. And then right here. And then right there. Easy. Alright, now I have to get out of it, and then do this, and then respawn it, and then get in, and then get rid of that notification, and then off we trot. Get right back on the highway, and we get right back in front of the anti-highway-inator. There we go. Now, we're cooking with Bahia grass. Speaking of Bahia grass, that farm is about to get eaten. Unfortunate, really. The grain silos are gone. The barn has been abandoned. Is it sweeping towards the this way? I mean, that thing has a gangsta lean to it. Good lord. Moving northeast. Is he talking about a different tornado? He is talking about a different tornado. He's talking about the one down here by Almora. Okay. skedaddle on over yonder way. Right yonder. Okay. And then I guess I'm just spitballing here, but this seems like it's just continuing to dip. Right about there. Okay. Alright. And then we get out, and then we do this whole song and dance because I am hated. I am a hated man. Alright. Why did it just have a baby? That's weird. No, continue to do that. That is kind of a good point. That red car might be onto something. If I just drive... Well, I'm too slow to do that. The tornado puncher might be the only one that can do that. Just like...
Doppler radar indicated a tornado on the ground.
Drive alongside it. Yeah, tornado puncher's just saying, screw it, I'm gonna drive with you. I'm gonna do that too. I'm going to drive inside the tornado continuously. Not gonna put down the hydraulics, I'm just gonna drive inside of it. What's up, Acer? Alright. Now we just drive with the tornado. Or not is also fine. Oh wait, you got a Dominator? Nice. Yes, I just bought it last night. At the end of the scream. Alright. I'm literally... I am faster on foot than that thing is in grass. Just bought it last night. I do fuck with it. The main issue that I have with it is I have to respawn it every single time I want to move after anchoring. And it's so fucking retarded that I have to do that. There is no excuse for me to have to respawn it every single time. Because I can right-click hydraulics, right-click whatever the hell a Lexan is, and reseed all that, and then hit this little white button down here, and it doesn't matter, I still can't move. It won't let me move. So I have to respawn it in order to continue moving. Is there even any point in chasing that one? It just looks like it's coming up. I'm going to see if I can get over to it, and if I can't, I'm going to leave the server. Find a different one that's not stupid and tornado-less. In a game about tornadoes, there better be some tornadoes. It's not coming back down. The clouds stop rotating. Alright. Fine. You're beneath my contempt! With your tornado-less, maidenless, bitchless looking, server looking head ass. 26 out of 25. How is that physically possible? Whatever. Scroll way the hell down here and try this one on for size. It's probably because your parking is on. It puts it automatically. Suppress P when the auto button is green. You talking about that little exclamation thing at the bottom that's sandwiched between the two parentheses? I did realize that that was a thing, and so I would hit it, and with everything, why am I not open the warehouse immediately? There's no reason to open the dealership. Just with the dealership action. All right, where's there a tornado? There's one bordering the edge of the map. This one's not going to turn into anything. I might come over here and get froggy with it. Wait, am I not aiming at... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I've got to turn around. Why did I get out of the thing? Get back in the dominatrix! There needs to be an interstate back that way, too. I'll call the highway department and get one put in. What are you guys? There's a tornado afoot. What are you doing over here? You're playing Twisted. You're supposed to be after that guy over yonder way. In an easterly direction. Follow the burgundy-clad pregnant roller skate. Let's see here. But yeah, seriously, with this button, white, not red, and with the hydraulics as dark blue, not light blue, and the Lexan, if that's even necessary. What the fuck is a Lexan? Regardless, with Alexa as dark blue, all those settings in a position that they are right now, where I can drive right now, but with all three of these settings exactly as you see them currently on your screen before your very little eyes and ears, I can't move. Dominatrix got me dying. I mean, hey man, I've seen people call it the denominator. I'm 31. Denominator's not funny. Dominatrixes are funny. You know, it gets to a point where you gotta up your game with the funniness action. And dominatrixes as a concept, are fucking hilarious. Let me guess. I can't catch it? There's still a chance. But that is a better chance, because that's aiming at the center of the map instead of the place that I'm currently driving to. So I'm going in a that-way direction. And that's going to be a better expenditure of time, because I'll actually have the chance for multiple intercepts before it flies off into the ether, as that one soon will. Plot a course here. It looks like I bust this direction back at Prior Lake, where I just was. I might as well have never left. This was a waste of gas money. I'm going to sue the person who invented gas. I'll have them before a magistrate. I will bring a silly little briefcase with a sticker on it that says, "I hate gas," and a paper inside said briefcase that says, "Gas suit," instead of a lawsuit. The judge won't be able to refuse such an argument. Tennis ball and grapefruit. Okay. They added tennis and grapefruit to this game. How sweet. Oh, I'm gonna get the turning lane. You think I'm following the rules out here? You have got something. Hopefully it's not catching. Give me a second to get around a curve where I can drive straight so I can read what you said. With the cruise control in an on position. Also, I made all of the wrong turns. Gotta get out here to the Snyway. Is it a wrecker? Is that a wrecker? Or is it just got... No, I don't think that's a wrecker. That's just got a bunch of probes in the back of it. I thought it was a hook. We got maters on the server. Okay. Alright. Set that. Meant red, when you press auto, it deploys when it's green. It means it's deployed when it's red. It's not so press it when the tornado passes. When it's red and you still can't move, press P. I mean, I'll try it. Well, I'll try it once I get done with this guy right here. And maybe pressing P specifically is like doing something. But like whenever I look at this, and you know how my mind works, I see things and so I think that the things are real. If this is dark blue and this is dark blue and this is red, which I mean this button seems to do nothing, and this is white, and I'm currently driving, that tells me that these have to be in these positions in order for me to drive. These two have to be dark blue, and that has to be white in order for me to drive. And I know that whenever the tornado comes from my goozle... Did that just veer? Or am I misunderstanding how that thing's facing? Excuse me, stop sign. It did its job. I did stop. Tell you what. Right about... I'm going to run straight into it. Okay. Hydraulics down. I'm completely missing it. Yeah, I completely missed this. Why can't I move? Get this off my fucking screen. Hit that. Now I can move. See, that time I didn't put down the Lexan. Why? It was not moving that direction. It was originally coming straight towards me, and then it had to bus a right. It's left my right. Anything to avoid hitting the machine that I bought specifically with the intention of getting hit by tornadoes. You know, I don't make these purchases lightly. Right about here, maybe? Right here. More like right here, maybe? Nope! Okay. Fine. I'll do it this way. Put down the hydraulics. And the Lexan for what good that does. Now I'm getting hit by a tornado. And just barely, too. Not even in the center. I'm getting tipped by the edge of it. Did that even count as an intercept? It did. Okay. I won't scream yet. Alright. I'm right-clicking hydraulic. I'm right-clicking Lexan. And now I'm clicking that. Now, everything is as it should be. If I hit W, it moves now. It's now that you're watching. I got to go on an airplane, but I'll be back. Okay. Huge. Airplane. Well, watch out for tornadoes while you're up there. They're not very good for airplanes. I'm not an airplane nutritionologist, but from what I understand, anyways, as a layperson's perspective, that being in an airplane and getting hit by a tornado is not fun for the whole family. That could be detrimental, is all I'm saying. Okay, get over here. And then, theoretically, I might, which grows on a dog's ass, but might, hit the hydraulic, hit the hydraulic, hit the hydraulic. Stop and hit the hydraulic. There we go. And the Lexan. I need to find out if I need to even hit Lexan. Like, what is the point of Lexan? Alright, everything's good. If I hit W, I'm moving now. So don't go on the airplane. I need you to instead stay where you are, because as long as you're here, this stupid thing actually works. Because it wasn't working. Like, there's an hour of footage from last night and an hour of footage before you arrived of me trying to move and succeeding and failing to do so is something that I said for some stupid reason. Excuse me! Tornado to catch! Ah! Anyways. Why are you passing on the right? I was trying to hornswoggle me. Yeah. Yeah, if I do a little bit of this and then get off on wherever this road is, I should be hilarious to get bonkified by said tornado. And it's too narrow now for me to really comfortably, like, attempt to put down probes. The first two times, there was no chance of putting down probes, because it was being all erratic, and it was not wanting to do what I needed it to do, and it wasn't saying what I needed it to say. And I haven't spoken to a tornado in a while, but suffice it to say, this one was not saying anything that I would listen to, anyways. Anything that I have any desire to put up with. Fucking sure, whatever. Just quit inviting me to convoys. Alright. Right. Where do I go? Like right here, I guess? Nope, still a little further forward. Right here. Hydraulics. Hydraulics. Lexan. And here we go. That's a successful intercept. Alright. That counted, right? That did not count. I'm going to vomit. Right-click that. Right-click that. Click that. I can move. I'm ginormous. I'm going to wrap around it this way, since it seems to be wanting to go to the that direction in addition to the that direction. I would prefer to play its little game and show it I am the puncher of the tornadoes, not that guy up there. The Burgundy Dominatrix doth the punching. Hell, it looks like it's just moving straight east now. Okay. Oh, please sit. Please sit. Sit. Sit and stay.
Tornado warning for Medina County in north central Kisota. Beltrami County in north central Kisota. Near Doppler radar shows this tornado moving east.
Hit it with a cruise control snaction. Also, there's a gas station right there. I'm going to wind up having to visit that after I get done with this guy. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, wait. There's a better one over there. I might have to get silly.
Take cover now. Move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building.
Did he just say move to an interior room? I'm the lowest floor. What is this guy on? Stupid computer.
Protect yourself from flying debris.
Right about here, it seems. I don't know what just happened. I heard a zap noise? Alright. Probes gobbled up some money as well. Oh, it was that. I'm next to a power pole. How much was that? It was 114. I could probably drive with that tornado. If I was actually able to do any kind of off-roading in this video. Sit down! Tired of safety wow, that is a hell of a tornado. I think that would end up flipping me if I tried to get in it with this thing. I might have to just spit out some probes for that. Yeah, let me hop out of this guy and then spawn in my Navara. My Scoot, whatever it is, specifically. And then see if I can't get some probe action. Get that off my screen. There we go. That is very big. No, I'm screwing myself by facing this way. I need to face... no, I'm not. I'm not. Hell, realistically, as fat as this tornado is... it might be good to just go ahead and put these down and start driving. Yeah, I think I'm fine. All right. Then I'm going to get over here so that I can get it again. Is it going to hit my shit? It better hit my shit. That's not very big winds. I was expecting more from a tornado of that size. $210. Okay, adequate. Okay. Now, I know this seems crazy. But I'm going to jump out and then spawn in My truck. My truck. Where is my truck? My truck. There it is. Spawn in the Chevlon instead. And then put these probes down. Now, we just drive. I missed. I completely missed. Oh, the way that I'm driving doesn't have a way back. That's fine. Warehouse. Equipment. Tornado. No, not tornado pod. Not that. Tower probe. There. 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 And then there. 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 All right. That doesn't have any... Fuck. Dealership. No. Warehouse. Vehicles. Dominator. Spawn Dominator. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna have to go to the edge of the map. Because that's going to go over the river in just a second. And then I'll put those two probes down. Where am I going? Bro, there isn't even a right turn until I get to Chandler. Like, come on, man. This map is designed by an idiot. How am I supposed to get over there? There's no bridges. Oh, man. All right, Tornado, you win this round. I still got to go back and pick up my probes. Whatever. I'll go back and pick up the probes, because that tornado, there's no way for me to get it before it goes off the map. The probes have been deleted. Alright. Great. Oh, of course it did, because I just bought a bunch of probes to go in all those vehicles. Whatever. I needed to get new ones anyways. Is there a server that isn't annoying? How about that? It's daytime. 10:08 in the morning. I about jumped out of my chair. That burp was so heavy. Okay, I need to go north. Also, get it off of reflectivity, put it on velocity. I'm going to sue the person who invented reflections. I'm tired of being inconvenienced by mirrors. No excuse for it. Eggman is... Man, quit inviting me to convoys. There's no reason for me to be in a convoy. It doesn't help me. Unless I'm teaming with somebody that I know, there is no reason for me to be in a convoy. I might have to go north at Helma. Or maybe... Let me see this thing. I think I go north at Helma. So I bus a left right here. I might be able to intersect it before it gets to Almora, but it might pass in front of me. I don't really know. I suppose we'll have to see. Of course, I can't look at it. You know, it's completely invisible. There isn't even a tornado. It's just a rotation. And it's past me as well. I'm gonna have to take my next right. Need to get further ahead of it instead of trying to drive in it. I'm going to experiment just a skosh. Just a skosh. I'm going to let this thing walk over me without putting down the hydraulics. Well. Okay. But, you know, we learned that that's how that works, and that's how that logic works. Oh, there they go. Imagine getting picked up by a tornado and flung. Couldn't be me. See if I could sneak by it and go over the bridge there. some reason, I'm just not seeing this tornado. Like, it's not spawning. It's just... It's pink. Well, it's not clearly not, because it's not touching ground. You silly? There she is. Okay. A little bit bumpy, but that's okay. Put down the hydraulics. Put down the hydraulics. Here we go. Alright, we take them back up. Take them back up, I said. And then we take off the parking brake, and off we go again. Is that too close to the edge of the map? I might still be able to get to it. Maybe. Theoretically. Wow, that one isn't even there anymore. I'm gonna follow that guy right there, because maybe he knows how to get, like, on the edge of the map or some shit. Nope. Nope, no chance. Alright. Whatever. Didn't want to chase that one anyways. It's fine. It's fine. There doesn't need to be an edge to the map. Just, like, have the map go further out. You know? Like, Minecraft can do it. Why does this map why does this game have to be special and not continue indefinitely in every direction? Like, what are we doing with the games? All right, I might just stay on this side of the river and come over here to 13 and then wait for that to cross the river. Cuz it looks like some tricky business that will last long enough to get over to me. So yeah, I busted my next right. And also, what is the coloration on that? Yeah, I'll allow it. Excellent. So, I'm going to have to sit here for the next 30 minutes, waiting for that slow behind thing to get over here. It happens. I still only have 6 intercepts. Did the stats stop updating? All right. In theory, I'm in a good spot. Obviously, that will change. If I was parked somewhere and just trying to chill, then it would inevitably aim straight directly. I mean, smooth over me. But because I want to be in the way of it, no matter where I am, it's not going to go there. Is the thing. I'm surprised that this trapezoid hasn't like busted a full 180 and sent the tornado back to Hazleton just because I'm over here.
Extremely difficult to see. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now. This storm is capable of producing strong to violent tornadoes. Take cover immediately if you're in the path of this
Tornadoes, that's my thing. Since there's a paved road conveniently right here, I will go ahead and buzz over here to give me a bit more buffer to get in the way of it over there. Possibly right about here, maybe? I don't know who Eggman is. Stop inviting me. Right about right here, I'd say. Sit, sit, sit. Thank you. How the probes doing? Okay. 190. There I go. I'm still in the way of it! Ah! Dealership! Navara! Hakuna Matata! That's the wrong Navara! Alright? And then spawn the scooter. Right here. And then we get in this thing. And then, actually, I will put this down while I'm here. And then also this. And then also, actually, nah, it's not coming for me. 6. Yeah, just pick these back up. Because it's not coming over here. Whew! Gotta get out here to the highway. Eggman, I swear to dog, I'm gonna block you. Shut up with the convoy invites. No reason for it. It's silliness. It doesn't do anything. All it does is make it difficult to tell which pink ping on the map I am. All right. Nope, that's another one I can't get to. Damn it. Whatever. Hello, goodbye. Alright, and then get on there, and then I have to go back and pick up those probes. Where are my probes? Where was I when I got absolutely ass blasted? Hey, welcome back, Acer. You already off the plane? Good lord. I was on this side of the river, right? Yeah, I was on this side of the river. Okay, well, I don't know where they went now. Also, there's literally nothing happening on anywhere on the entire map. And I'm over here now. Did that just eat up all of the cape? Alright, I will go ahead and tell you, I'm getting off of this server. I'm tired of getting invites. Eggman. And, yeah, we try again. So what happened? Well, my plane flight was delayed, so I'm just chilling. Gotcha. I got flung, quite vehemently. Does high exist anywhere? Is there a high anywhere? Oh, there we go. All right. Unable to teleport to a place that's restricted. Why is it restricted? You just don't want me to, like, play the game? Is that what the thing is? Oh, there's the scrolly bar. Okay. Start at the top. Can't go there, can't go there. Okay, so there's legitimately no servers at all where the high is day 2. Everything is moderate or worse that isn't filled up with these idiots. Oh, actually, there's one over there. Okay, failed to join the fucking server. All right, I see how it is. Dominatrix get problem. Yeah, it got dominated. Is what I'm saying. I clocked wins at 212 before I realized that I was halfway off the map. So, okay. Fine, do that. Fantastic. Well, this place could use a little TLC. So this is a high server, and the only 2 tornadoes on the map are both pointing off the map. Do you hate me? Just hit play. I'll wind up going into something with a marginal chance, and there will be like one little puffy cloud floating through, and it'll be midnight by means of doing this. But you know what? $11:35. So several years before I'll be able to see. Take nighttime out of the game. Nobody likes to play a game that they cannot see. Turn in your developer's permission slip, pass, license, whatever it is that you flap around whenever you say, I'm a game dev! Because you don't fucking deserve it! If you have a night mode in your game! Icarus does it! 7 Days to Die does it! Every game does that. They put a night mode in the game because they're like, I'm so realistic. You know, real life has a night. My game has a night. They're basically the same. I stood up on a roof fixing 5 air conditioner units today, thinking about how I was going to get home and play a video game that I could see what was happening on the screen. It's what I wanted to do. And then I get home, and this video game... Sit down. Sit down. Thank you. Jesus. About lost my lunch. Alright, so I'm going to try Varoka again. Last time I went to Varoka to get my car fixed, Jason, or whoever it was laying on the ground, had 765 HP instead of 1,000. And wasn't listening to me whenever I rolled over him repeatedly, telling him he needed to fix my car. I need to go east. And then south once I get to... Which I'm also on 36% gasoline. I might fuck right around and get some gasoline while I'm here. Over here at Buses. Turn that off. Thank you. Over here at Buses, I'm gonna get some spun out busages. Unfortunately, I won't be able to join. Yeah, because the whole plane thing. I get that. Your mic is so funny. I know that it peaks. And I've tried so much, so many times. At this point, for 3 or 4 years, to get it so that it doesn't have issues with the volume. I've tried turning it down, I've tried turning it up. Regardless of what I try, there is only 2 conditions that my mic will ever have on a stream. Either you can't hear me because the game audio overwhelms my microphone audio, or I'm peaking so bad I sound like queso with a foghorn in the middle of a tornado that they dropped nuclear bombs into. I cannot get my microphone to ever sound correct, so I give up, is what I've done. I've given completely up on trying to get my microphone to quit sounding idiotic, and so I've settled for this happy medium where I peak only whenever I speak at a high volume. And it does peak. Oh my goodness. I was listening to yesterday's stream on the way here so that I could, or on the way to work this morning. I was listening to it on the Bluetooth of the truck, trying to see if I had balanced it correctly this time, the 170,000th time I've dicked with it. And yeah, it still peaks. But it peaks less often than usual. Alright. Remove the base reflectivity from the game. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't help. Like, I listen, I sit here and I make complaints about things. You know, I'll say, you know, do this and that and the other thing with the game, which isn't mine, as if I've ever made a game. But the thing is, I've been playing games since I was 3. I was 3 years old whenever I played Duck Hunt on the Nintendo Entertainment System with my uncle. This was 1998. Whenever I was 3 years old. I've been playing games. I've been playing games for 28 years. I know what it takes to not piss me off with your game design. And if there are pain points that make it where I actually have to log off and try again in order to avoid said pain points, that's a design problem. If I can't see what I'm looking at, I can't play. Which means that you need to make it so that I can see. And if that means making nighttime less dark or removing nighttime completely, you need to do that, or you're a bitch. and I hate you, and I will not play your video game. That's just basic common sense. If you are making a game that is annoying me to play it, you do not get the privilege of having me play your game. Forza 5 learned that. Muck learned that. Forza 5, it's like this driving, except that you're on you're on the grass instead the entire time. They do have roads in Forza, but you don't get to drive on them because your tires are made of glass and the roads are made of Windex and oil and horse lubricant and sheet aluminum, but not the kind that's like unvarnished. It's that's got the porous surface to it. No, it's the kind that's had grease smeared all over it. So yeah, Forza driving made me physically ill. That is the longest Steam review I've ever written. Was for Forza. All right. See, Jason's not here, so I can actually get stuff done. Wheels. Repair all of it. 4,000. Perfectly fine with me. All right, now I can quit having my car complain that its nose hurts. Let's see. Sounded like the second option. You see those white spots it spawns there? My messages are still very delayed. It also might be that I don't know how long it's been since you sent the message, so I might just not have read it. Why is the tornado over there, and why is the cone facing off the map? Okay, alright. I was about to go buy a chandelier so I could knock it on the ground. How do I get out of town? Where's the... Okay, so here I am. I need to drive across the bridge, which is to my west. There's the bridge right there. Okay. But yeah, the whole thing about this game is the same as every other game. I like the concept. I'm very happy with the concept. I like tornado chasing. My complaint about Outbreak is that it takes way too long for the tornadoes to actually spawn in the beginning of the match. Which this kind of does too, but it's at least a little bit faster in the sense that you can just, if there's no tornado active on the server or it's not in an area you can access, you can just leave. And start another one. In Outbreak, that takes forever because it takes like 3 minutes to load the match because the graphical demand of the processing required to load the match is ridiculous compared to Roblox. Not saying it's bad. I'm very happy that the devs of Outbreak are trying to make a more intensive, more realistic, at least graphically. Thank you. There's no reason for me to not move. If I hit W, my car should move. I'm happy what they're trying to do. It just got to have more time in the oven. And given that there's 2 people and the game's been out since, what, 2023, I think is whenever that debuted, and they've done literally jack shit with it, except, there's tornadoes and there's cars and probes. I don't think that's actually going to be a viable thing to play in lieu of this anytime soon. Okay. But, yeah, the pain point there is it takes too long to get into the match. Tornadoes take too long to spawn. They're really hard to intercept. Even though they tend to move in straighter lines than these do, it's just still, you can't off-road at all. The roads are miles and miles in between. So you can't get to the tornado before it passes through an area. So yeah, there's a variety of things that need work there. But conceptually it's good. 7 Days to Die is conceptually good. The issue is the the ramping just isn't there. Like you know, there's no once you get to day 200, like what is there else? What else is there to escalate to? What I'm saying, and the reason I'm bringing all this stuff up, is because there are games that I still play, that I still love, that piss me the fuck off because of design changes that need to be made that'll never be made because the dev thinks that they're that guy. Because they have a lot of people playing their game and saying that their game is good. And so they think they don't need to change anything. But whenever the same pain point keeps getting brought up, there's other games. It's just like Subnautica 2. Those fucking stupid-ass devs were like, well, if you want to kill animals, go play a different game. You can't say that. You can't say that. Because since they said that they're not going to be adding the survival knife and you'll never be able to kill animals in the game, okay. Uninstall Subnautica 2. And judging by the Subnautica 2 subreddit around the time that that post was made, I know I'm not alone, thankfully. I feel like this game falls somewhere in the middle, in between a game that's really, really good but has a couple pain points that I will continue to complain about, and a game that I'm not really interested in playing because the devs are full of themselves, in that they don't fix problems that are present in the game. I would imagine that night mode is not a new thing and not something that they're experimenting with. It's probably been around for as long as the game's been around, because that's one of those fundamental mechanics that gets put in at the beginning of a game's development cycle. You decide, will this be a night and day game, or will it be an always day game? And then you go from there. You build your game around that. So I'm assuming nighttime's always been in the game. And if nighttime's always been in the game, then there's always been people complaining about the nighttime and not being able to see what the fuck they're doing. And this has been around since COVID. I think it was 2020 whenever this was posted to Roblox. So that's been, yeah, you can assume that people have been complaining about not being able to see the game that they decided to sit down and play for 6 going on 7 years. And night mode's still in the game. Are you stupid? Either make the headlights massively brighter, make the sky not as dark, make lightning drastically more frequent at night, make the tornadoes bioluminescent, I don't care. Just make it so that you can see. Is it a game where you have to look at where the tornado's going and align yourself accordingly? Not being able to see makes it so that you can't align yourself to the tornado, you can't chase it, you can't do anything about it. So you might as well log off, and I shouldn't have to log off of a game every roughly 25 minutes. It's foolishness. I appreciate everything else that they've got here. But there's things that need to get fixed.
Locations impacted include Altoid, Almora.
And I know I sound hostile as fuck whenever I'm saying all this. And of course, in my heart, I am hostile as fuck. I put a lot of energy, put a lot of time, put a lot of passion into these types of things. I've played Rainbow Six Siege for almost 7,000 hours. Played World of Warcraft for about 6-ish thousand hours. Arma for about 1,500, Daisy for about 1,000. You know, I've made video games are all I do outside of work, and so I want them to be good. And the people that make good games, I want them to succeed, and the people that make bad games, I want them to fail. But don't think that, you know, I'm extremely fucking angry whenever I talk about this kind of stuff, because realistically it doesn't matter. If I like a game, I'll play it, even if it's got stupid shit in it. If I don't like a game, I'll never play it, even if it's got good qualities to it. And just the fact that I'm sitting here continuing to play this right now means it's a good game. Alright, that's pink, which means I can't actually intercept it. I have to get out and spawn in my Navara and put down the probes. Not that Navara, the other Navara. Fuck, they shouldn't have a default option anymore since I bought the bigger option. Thank you. I'll just put out the probes right here. And then I'll get out of Dodge. Alright. What do we get? Okay. 149 on all of it. I thought pink meant higher than 149. Also, the other thing that I was complaining about earlier, the fact that I have to clip inside of my car at just the right angle, and also with the right amount of time having passed since the last time I attempted to interact with my car, and that I have to have the right amount of space in between me and my car since the last time that I attempted to get in it, means you need to put a prompt there so that you can just instantly get in your car by hitting a button. And it needs to be different from the E button, because that's the button that you use to pick the probes up, so you don't need controls overlap there. And I give all of this advice for free, is the crazy part.
Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now.
Let's see. What about here? No, I'm still moving this way. How's it looking on the path? Okay, I gotta get over here. Also, that just downgraded to red. Which means I might be able to bring the Dominator out. Alright. Let's see it. Can I not get flung by red? Yep. Bro. Okay. We scooch around to the other side. That thing is crooked. As a snake. So, yeah, red means I can stand in it with the Dominator. Easily survivable. Also, it looks like there's a tornado puncher driving right behind it. I might wind up buying a puncher if you can do that, because you can just follow it and farm money. Where is it going? Okay, it's going at a much steeper angle. Also, it's back to pink. Well, I mean, there's all those people just driving around it and sitting in it, so I don't think it's actually that bad. There we go. Yeah, it's not that bad. We're good. It's a small one. It's a small one. That's the thing. Lightning tried to assassinate my entire ass off. Shit. Looks like it's staying pretty much consistently in the center of these fields. Of course, I don't need to count on that, because the moment that I do, it's going to veer tremendously off its current course. Why is my phone not next to me? Where the fuck is my... Oh, it's over there. On the charging pad. I was going to Google what a Lexan is so that I know whether or not I actually need to put that down. Because I don't know what this does. Hell, I can still drive while the Lexan, quote-unquote, is on, so I might as well just leave it on. It's not preventing me from doing what I want to do. And it's not slowing me down or anything. Just legit no reason to mash that button. I'm not going into that little subdivision there. I'm just gonna come over here and then... cross the bridge into Sneed. Because I sneed to get in front of it. You sneed. I can't see. Here, let me turn on my headlights that barely do anything. These need to be like floodlights. Like you're turning on the lights at a baseball stadium. I mean, I'm supposed to be hunting tornadoes. Tornadoes are very dark, and nighttime, since we have to fucking have that, is very dark. So I need to be able to light up an entire tornado. You know. Can you make private servers in this game? Because I'll bet if you can make a private server, some servers probably are daytime only. Or like the devs put in an option to make it daytime only. Because I cannot fathom a world in which this is normal. There's no way. There's literally no way to play the game in a way that you could see what's happening. That's unthinkable. Where is the road? Oh, I take this. It's right there on the mini map. Just take this next right. Eh. Let's see how we doing. All right. It is picking up. Okay. Excuse. Play. I'm not doing the whole song and dance. Not right now. What do we got? No, 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 no. I've joined Reyn. Who the fuck is Reyn? Why is it 9:22 at night? Who is Ghost Tree? Why is their name green? 256 intercepts. Oh. I'll bet I know what green means. It's that one thing. Yeah, NWS. Okay. Nighttime. What time is it? It's 8:44. I gotta get up so early. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. This has been humorous. This has been humorous. I'm going to go to bed now on account of the fact that I have to get up for a very early morning tomorrow, and hopefully, I can get enough done in between basically 4:30 tomorrow and I think 3 p.m. is when we actually have to stop because of the project we're working on. They like shut at 3. Hopefully I can get enough done tomorrow that I do not have to work Friday. If I can't finish tomorrow, I do need to go in Friday because we need to get this task completed and get it out of our way. If I can actually manage to be off Friday, like a normal person, then I'm going to start a lot earlier in the day. Probably about 2 p.m. So, cross your fingers, wish me luck that I can actually get everything done tomorrow within a reasonable amount of time, and there's not a whole bunch of issues. With that being said, Acer, thank you so much for stopping back by again, bud. Enjoy your plane ride. Watch out for tornadoes while you're up there. And I shall skedaddle. Have a hilarious